Welcome to Thrill Update on Theme Park Plunge TPP. I'm your host, Kristen Steps, and welcome to the most electrifying podcast on theme parks. Universal today has released official details about How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, and it is hot. It is finally official. All these attractions we've been seeing that have been being leaked, and we get to see an insight of their creative and their planning, and my mind is blown. Let's go. With How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, Universal Creative have spared no expense. They've gone out and gotten the who's who of roller coaster and theme park attractions by getting Gerstlauer, Mack Rides, and Intamin, who worked on Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure and Velocicoaster over at Islands of Adventure. This land is crazy. We're getting like 5 attractions that they just announced, and if there's any more, it's like a bonus. Like, you look at stuff over at Disney, they open up a land, and it's got like 2 attractions, like Avatar, for example. It's got those 2 rides. That's it. Universal is not playing. Look at all we're getting. We're getting a roller coaster. We're getting a water boat get wet game adventure experience. We're getting a children's play area for little Vikings. We're getting a Broadway level show. And we're getting a flat ride. This is insane. We're getting all of that in one land. What's going to be in each of the other lands that are coming to Epic Universe? This is insane. Like, somebody needs to call the fire department because Universal Creative is out of control. And it's going to be interesting to see how Disney responds. But let's get into this. So, Hiccup's Winged Gliders. This roller coaster is by Intamin again. They also worked on Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure and Velocicoaster over at Islands of Adventure. And we could see it's going to careen over the water. That's first and foremost. It's going to have a 40-inch height requirement, so your little Vikings could go ahead and get on the ride. And it's basically going throughout majority of the land here, so it's got a lot of area to cover. These photos here were from BioReconstruct on X. I'll go ahead and put a link to their X in the description so you can go check out all the Epic Universe construction photos. But looking at the layout of this coaster, I can't wait to go on this with my friends or loved ones and experience going over the water, going over the terrain, experiencing multi-launches, probably going to be around 40 miles an hour. It's just going to be a blast of a good time. And How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, the roller coaster looks phenomenal. So the boat ride at Isle of Berk is called Fire Drill, which immediately makes me think of those old days at school where the bell would go off and you'd all have to go outside for 20 minutes and pretend there was a fire. Well, in this case, that's not what's going on. According to Universal's press release, Fire Drill is when mischievous Viking twins, Rough Nut and Tough Nut, invite teams of Vikings to compete to outscore and outsoak each other on this wet and wild boat ride. Guests will board a colorful dragon-headed boat and blast water cannons at flame-like targets to practice putting out fires, a crucial skill to master when living with dragons. So I decided to dig a little deeper, and I went to Mack Rides' YouTube page. And they have an example of this boat attraction that they've been producing for a number of years now. And it looks like they had an example of this that they posted from Port Aventura, Spain. That theme park is a great theme park, but they have this ride here. You can see the families having an absolute blast on this boat, water, splash, whatever attraction you want to call it. You can see families are having an absolute great time. The kids are getting ready to get the cannons to blast as much as possible. Everybody's laughing, everybody's having fun. And we could tell at Universal Epic Universe that this attraction is going to be on a larger scale. We can see the boat is bigger from the picture that I showed earlier from BioReconstruct on X. And I think this is just a winner of attraction. Smooth thinking by Universal, especially when they've already been working with Mack Rides on some other coasters inside Epic Universe. And this is a big win, a great family attraction, and I think families are going to have an absolute blast, literally. So let's get into Dragon Racers Rally. Berk's new Viking racers can practice aerobatic maneuvers, and high-speed barrel rolls on 2 Viking-made dragon-riding trainers that reach heights of 67 feet in the air. Guests can control how wild or mild their experience will be as they perform high-flying, gravity-defying, swooping, and soaring skills that are necessary to earn the accolades worthy of a true champion dragon racer. And here we see over at Lost Island Amusement Park in Iowa, the Gerstlauer Sky Ride that they're using here for this attraction. This is a much smaller scale version, as you could tell. It's only 1 of them as opposed to 2, and there's also less vehicles on each one. But you can see you can control how much you go upside down, how intense the ride is, and you get a nice gliding experience and an overview of the Isle of Berk. This is a good, fun attraction for all, and I can't wait to experience it. So now we got to get into what this appears to be the most spectacular Broadway show we've seen inside a theme park, or Broadway style show at least, the Untrainable Dragon, which is inspired by Universal Beijing Resort's wildly successful Untrainable show. This dragon-filled live spectacular takes guests on an unforgettable journey with beloved characters Hiccup, Toothless, Gobber, and Astrid as they work together to solve the mystery of the Untrainable Dragon. This heartwarming story comes to life with a captivating musical numbers, breathtaking sets, and life-size dragons soaring overhead, according to Universal's press release. And I got some additional footage beyond theirs here. I found this on YouTube, and we actually get to see Hiccup riding Toothless into the stage show here, and it is just absolutely phenomenal. This is going to be a show like none other. This is going to be a must-see at Epic Universe, and I can't wait to see this one for sure. We're just starting to scratch the surface, and there's still so much more coming to the Isle of Berk. You could meet Hiccup, you can meet Toothless, you can go to the How to Train Your Dragon Viking training area for your little Vikings. Those things are all coming. It's like a playground adventure for your kids. And we're not even at the point that we got all these other things that we're getting. Mead Hall. It sounds like it's a sit-down dining restaurant based on the village's main gathering hall. It's going to have a variety of meats, fish, and sandwiches, along with a collection of ciders and meads. And then we got Spitfire Grill, which says it's an overlooking the action of Fire Drill water attraction. Spitfire Grill is a quick-service dining location featuring delicious hearty meals, flame-seared by a helpful, unforeseen dragon fry cook. We got Hooligans, Grog, and Cruel. Guests can grab quick bites at this festive racing-themed food stand. And all sorts of places for merchandise. We got Viking Traders, How to Train Your Dragon, Hiccup's Workshop, and Toothless Treasures. It's fully loaded. Universal has released the gauntlet on Isle of Berk and How to Train Your Dragon. It's just absolutely outstanding what all they have done here. This is a new level of theming, a new level of expectations for a themed land that's been set by any sort of theme park. And I want to experience literally all of these things. Like it's like, and this is just one land. Could you imagine what's going to be in each of these other lands if they're anywhere close to what's in this land? Man, damn, this is the theme park to get to. This is gonna, it already sounds like I'm gonna need a couple days at this park, and it's brand new. That's unheard of. Unheard of. You know what? I don't know what else to say. I'm like getting to the point where I'm speechless. Please put in the comments down below whatever's on your mind regarding Isle of Berk. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I'm still on my route to 100 subscribers. I'm just starting out. This summer is going to be a huge summer, going lots of road trips. Going to be at Universal as well. And so you don't miss out on anything. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. It'll help the channel grow. It really helps me. And I can't wait to see you all on the next adventure. Peace.